Hello friends, this is Mohammed Shakil here, and in this tutorial series I'll be showing you how you can design a walking crutches in Catia 5. What you're seeing over here is a completed design with textures, and let me zoom it inside for you. Here is the handle, and here you have adjustable. Here you have the adjustable rails with it's being tightened with screws and bolts over here. And you have another nut and bolt right here. And let's see how we can start up with the design. Firstly, as I always show you, firstly go to new and go for a new product. Once you click on the new product, a new product opens up, and you need to name the product. As I do, that's the walking crutches study. And let's come back to the design. So let me tell you, the dimensions which we use in this throughout the series is all assumed dimensions, and I'm just having a crutches in front of me, and that's how I design it. I just see that and I design, so I just assume every dimensions in it. So it's just for the sake of explanation of designing part. Firstly, I'll be designing the I call it the side rails. So for doing that, firstly go for insert and go for new part and click on the walking crutches, and a new part opens up, and then you could name that new part as a side rails, and then you can double click on the part body so that the tools gets changed to the part modeling. And the next thing what you could do is just click on the sketch and invoke the YZ plane, and then as you can see here, let me show you the crutches. This is what we're going to design. So we could design that by just drawing a sketch and then running it through a circle, or to concentric circle. So let's see that. This is how it is. So let's just come back over here and start the sketch a little above the X line, and before doing that, let's just delete everything and just put a horizontal line, and make that horizontal line at a distance of 125, and zoom out. So firstly, before starting, you could measure the complete length, and that's what I did here, and then you could come to this particular sketch. So let's close the unused toolbars. So that's a good practice. These are unused toolbars as of now. Just drag and drop it here, close this, and firstly 1, 2, 3, and just don't make it vertical, just make it a little slanted. So we got this basic sketch here, and then you could start dimensioning it. So this particular height could be 5 centimeters. Just make sure that your units is in centimeters, and you could make this height as 25, and this thickness as 3.75, and then horizontal measurement here could be 1.25. That's a small slant there. And then what you could do is just select this and go for a chamfer of radius 4. Do the same thing over here. Radius 4. And finally select these two small points and just give a 4.4 centimeter there, and that completes our first dimensioning, the basic dimensioning. And if you have any doubts on, and this is the completed design over here, so I'll switch back to the work in progress, and this is what we have. The next thing what you could do is just create a circle here and run a rip command throughout. So for doing that, you need to switch back to the wireframe and surface design workbench, and then go for the wireframe and go for circle, and in the circle just specify this as the center. And the support, for support you could create a plane through this and ending at this point. And now you could create a complete circle. Just click here and go for 2 centimeters. Will be fine, and that creates a circle at the tip of this particular curvature. Now select the rip command. For selecting the rip command, just go back to the part design workbench and then go for the rip command, and then select the profile and the guide curve, and then you could go for a thick profile of 0.1 centimeters. You could click on the preview and click on OK. That creates a very thin profile here. It completes the first step of our design. Just make sure that this is the diameter. Yeah. So the circle over here, the diameter should be 2 centimeters. So that's the first step. And the next thing what you could do is select the sketch and come to the side view and create a couple of holes. Go ahead and create a circle here and another one here and another one here. Now select the dimensioning tool and keep the dimension as 2.5. This one as 12, and here give the dimension as 0.75, and this one 0.75. Could do one thing, just I'll just come here and give us 0.75, give this height is 38 from the top. Alright, now just exit the sketch and create a pocket. Up to next. Up to next. So that drills hole. One hole where you can see here is the for the handle, and another one here is for coupling with the what do you call the leg. So that completes the main part of the design for the side rail, and let's see how we can design. We have already completed the side rail part, and the next thing what you could do is just go for, make sure that you're in the product mode and go for insert, new part, and click on the product and just name it as leg. This is just for recognition of the part, and then double click on the part body to invoke the part workbench. And once you're on the part workbench, just select the XY plane and go for the sketch and create a circle at this axis and at a diameter of almost 3.8. Again, this dimension is based on the observation tangency. Come out of the sketch, and now what you could do is just select this plane right here, YZ, and then you could raise a line here and just select this line here and go for, it's just 1, 2, no. Okay, just select this line here and project it. Now you could select 1, point. You could just select this and make it axis line. Now give a height of 30 centimeter here, and then exit the sketch and go for the rip command. Select this as your profile and this as your center curve. Just make a thick profile of 0.1 centimeter thickness and click on OK. That creates a basic tube at this height. Now we need to drill holes so that we could couple these holes, and we'll just insert few holes so that, and this is our work in progress. We are now working on the leg, and we need to drill a couple of holes right now. So for doing that, make sure that you are in the part mode and you are under the part leg, and click on the sketch and create sketch on this plane right here, and then create a circle at this axis and dimension the circle as 0.75 diameter. Just make sure it's the diameter. Now just place it at a height of 6 centimeters. Now exit the sketch and then go for a pocket, reverse direction up to next. We could go for up to last. Now what you can do is select the pocket and go for insert, transformation features, and rectangular pattern, and then go for the reference element as this one. Spacing as 2.5, and number of instances as 7 maybe. Click on OK. So that's every hole in 1 inch each. 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters. On the walking crutch study, and you are in the product mode, and go for insert new part and click on the walking crutch and go for yes, and change the name to bush. We are going to design this part right here, this one. So let's see how we can design that. Firstly, go for the part body and just invoke the workbench, and then go for the YZ plane, click on the sketch, and just for the reference you could come to the crutches and see where exactly it lies and just start doing it. Select the profile tool and then just see how it is. Yeah, it's like this one. So you could again we select the profile tool and extend it till somewhere here. And complete the sketch. Now just make sure that this lies with this axis. So if you're not able to find that, what you can really do is come to the normal view. Just exit the sketch and measure the diameter. I don't remember what exactly the diameter which I've put. So you could measure this diameter. So that's radius is 1.9, 3.8. So radius 1.9 means again come to the sketch. You could give, okay, got it here, coincidence. Now you could go for axis, the shaft, and select this axis right here and go for the complete shaft, and that creates the bush kind of thing over there. And this is our work in progress. The next thing you need to design is a small cap on this link. So to do that, make sure that you're in the product mode first and go for insert new part and click on the product and name the product as leg cap. That's what I call. Click on yes and expand the tree and double click on the part body to activate the part mode, and then select on the sketch and just start creating a very basic sketch there, something like this one. We could cut this line like this, just remove this portion and just make these two lines coincident. Finally, make this coincident. Finally, you could just take this line and give it a little chamfer. And then exit the sketch and then go for a shaft with respect to this axis. That creates a kind of cap over there. Yeah, here insert rails. So to do that, we need to have on this part, on this part, on this part. So what you can do just come to this part and then create a start point at the circle center. Just invert this plane, create a plane at this point, and then start the visible space and just now what you can do is select the side rails here and go for insert, symmetry, select this plane right here and go for finish. That creates a symmetry, and then what you can do is to select both of these objects and then go for insert, fix. You could fix both of those parts there. The next thing is to again make sure that you're in the product mode and insert another part, that's the handle, and then invoke the handle portion and double click on the part to activate the part body, and then create a sketch. Find out where we have that particular hole, just make it normal once again, and then what you can do is to a circle in the center and drag this outside, and then use a coincident and then drag the circle outwards, which falls on this point. Finally, you could exit. Before exiting, make sure that you create an axis there. And next, here. So we have a particular sketch being created, which I've shown you in the previous tutorial. And just make sure that you are in the part mode and you are under the handle over here. To make sure of that, just double click on the part body and once you're on it, the next thing you can do is to select the shaft command and select the sketch right here, and then for the the sketch axis, what you need to do is you need to have a particular line here. So for creating that line, what you can do, you can just come to this particular part and then just click on the sketch, zoom in, so another create a point and make it concentricity with the circle there. Again, you can try the same thing. Select the plane, click on the sketch, and then then create a point outside somewhere, and then select the point and the circle and then go for concentricity, and then select the circle and go for axis line. Sketch is either over constrained or inconsistent, so that's not what I expect. Okay, let's try another method. So another thing what you can do is you could try that narrating this one. Again, select the plane, go for sketch, and then create a point and constrain it. Select this circle, project it, and then constrain this point with the circle, concentric, and just select the circle and make a dotted line. So that does an effect. Now you can come to the product mode and go for an update. Now what you can do is just select this point, just make sure that you are in this product mode, exit, and then go for a wireframe and surface design, and go for a line, select this as your first line, point and direction, and select the direction as the Y component, and click on OK. So the whole thing was to create this kind of line over here, which is concentric to this particular hole right here. Now what you can do is just select this line here and switch back to the path mode, and then go for the shaft command and select this as your axis. So again, come to the sketch analysis. Warning, there is a warning. Crossing profile, point distance. They say there is a crossing profile right here. So let's find out where exactly we have the problem. So this is the reason why it's not happening here. So you could basically select the trim command and trim this part. Now exit. Now you can easily go for the shaft command and then select this as your axis. Click on OK. That creates a handle. You can always edit this handle by coming back to the sketch. So if you want to increase the radius, you could always go for increasing it or decreasing it. And create another part under the same product and name it as a cushion. So by cushion I mean the part that comes near your armpits. So you could click on yes and double click on the part body which is under the cushion part and invoke the part design workbench again, and now select the plane right here and then just make sure that you're in the parallel mode. Then what you can do, just make sure that you are selecting the YZ plane right here. Now you could create a rectangle, and then allow symmetry line to respect to allow symmetry line. Alright, again come to the normal view. So I'm just looking at my crutches over here. So what I feel is, again, you could select this point and give a little tweak here and a little bit here too, maybe somewhere here, as much. And then you could just select these two lines here and then go for a mirror command. Just mirror it with respect to this. For the mirror, I'll just select this point, go for this. So make sure that you have the formula just similar to this one. Click on OK, select the point, go for chamfer, go for edit formula, and just make it similar to this one. So every time you change this radius to something else, this also changes. Now exit the sketch and then go for a pad. Almost this much with a mirror extend, that would be fine. Now select the planes, surfaces, and then go for edge fillet, like maybe 2 centimeters. That's too high. 0.5 will be, 0.75 will be fine, I guess. Okay, that's fine. And that completes the cushion part. And what else is to be done? Now we need to do a little assembly procedure to bring back these rails into these holes. And again, finally, you need to insert 2 screws here and a nut and bolt over here, and that's it. Then the design will be complete. New part under the product here, and name it as screw. Click on yes. Now expand the tree for the screw and double click on the part body. Now what you can do, just create a point. You can do something. You could select this plane and just go for offset and come to the side view here and move this plane to the top and bring back this offset to somewhere at this point. Click on OK. Now you could select that particular plane there and click on the sketch and then go for circle, just somewhere a little big like this, and then use the select this circle and the circle right here. Then go for concentricity command. It's not really there. Could have tried that on the other side. Okay, let's just fix that when we are doing the the assembly. Now let's come back to the normal view and pull this a little more down. And pull this up. Exit the sketch and go for a pad. Create a pad 0.4 maybe. Maybe 0.2 will be fine. Now you could select this face and again go for a sketch. You could visit that logo. Exit the sketch. Go for a pocket. With 0.1 maybe. That creates the slot for the screwdriver. I can select this face once again, go for a sketch. Now what you can do is select another circle and then go for a wireframe mode. Just create another circle here. Probably you can go for a smaller radius one. Exit the sketch and again go for a pad. Just increase dimension. Come for the solid mode. Make sure that it comes out a little bit. Maybe 9.5 will be apt. Now for creating the screw slots, just select this here and go for a point and create a point. Firstly, back to the wireframe and surface design, and then go for a wireframe and a helix, and then this is your starting point and your axis. Where is your axis? You need an axis right now. So for the axis, I think you will have to create a line. So for creating a line, you need to have a point. Creating a point, you need to go for the circle here, and then go for point direction. For the direction, you could select X, Y component. Click on OK. That creates the helix, or it seems to start to create the helix. Now you could increase the height. Let's do whatever you want. I think 9.5 is the exact amount which we have given lastly. Yeah, that's right. Now you could decrease the pitch. Increase the pitch, maybe 0.3. That's fine. Now what you can do is to select this curvature and then go for create plane and select this point so that we get a plane over there, and now select that plane and go for the sketch and then create parallelogram which falls something like this. That's fine. Exit the sketch and then you could come back to the part design workbench, then go for a rip command and select this. Just go for the whip command and select this as your profile, this as your guide curve. It's gonna take a little time to appear. Go for reference surface. Select this as your reference surface. And then go for OK. Would be creating some error, that's fine. But if you increase the pitch, you're gonna get a better output here. As of now, for this, this is fine. Now if you want, you could select the face here and just trim off this remaining portion here to get the proper output. Face, or the plane right here. Go for create plane, just come for the front view and use the move command and the offset command. Just offset and place it somewhere close by. Maybe right here will be fine. That's fine. Now just, you don't have to note down that small values which I use for the offset and all. According to whatever you have, you can go for it. Now click on the sketch and invoke the plane and use the normal view. Now we are in the sketch mode right now. Now you could use the hexagon tool and create a hexagon. And come to the normal view. Just make sure that the center point of the hexagon is concentric. Now just select this and bring it a little closer. Now you could select this one, else you could select or use another circle there. Use the same center and just create another circle here, somewhere here. Exit the sketch and then go for a pad, reverse direction, maybe 0.5. Okay. So I'm not giving much detailing on this nut. If you want to learn how you can design a nut, you could go for my tutorial for creating a nut and bolt, which is available in my tutorial series on my channel. So I have assembled and kept the screw and nut in one, so that I can just, so let me save my progress. Save. This is how you need to save it, and save all. Now finally you could select the screw over here and go for right click, copy and paste the screw, and then you can go for edit, move, manipulate on the z-axis. You could pull this up and place it for this one. If you want to constrain it, you could constrain it also. You could give a coincidence product and then go for insert new part and click on the walking crutches and just name that product as nut and bolt, and click on OK and go for yes, and again expand the tree and double click on the part body so that the part mode is activated. And the next thing you can do is just select the plane, one of the plane, and go for create plane option and come to the side view and just pull it up by clicking on the move, and then use the offset to place it somewhere close by where you can create the nut, I mean the bolt. so somewhere here will be fine. Just click on OK. Now just click on the newly created plane, and then you can create a bolt. Again, I'm saying this is not a very detailed bolt which I'm going to create here. This is just a basic bolt for the users to understand. So if you want a specific tutorial on bolt, please go back to my channel and find out the tutorial for that. So this creates kind of problem here, so let's find out what it is. Okay, that's fine. And then you can just exit the sketch, go for a pad, click on the sketch, and then go for a 0.5 mm. Now you could select this plane right here and again click on the sketch and invert the plane, and again go for wireframe mode, and again create a circle somewhere at this diameter, and again go for a pad option, and again exit from the wireframe mode and make this long enough so that it comes and protrudes outside. Not this much, it's gonna touch your hands. Okay, this much is fine. And let's see how we can create the other part in the next tutorial, or else you could select this face and again go for a sketch, and again you could simply create a simple bolt. If I just drag this a little outside, and then we could select the circle, bring this here, exit the sketch, then go for a pad, reverse direction, bring this closer, maybe 1.3. That's too close. 1 will be fine, maybe 1.1 will be fine. Preview. Okay, 1.1 is fine. Now you could go for more, and okay, so it's totally messed up. Select this, go for a pad, and on the more option, increase this. Okay, 1.1 will be fine, and here you could go for. Now again, from here you could decrease and make it somewhere here. 0.4 will be fine, maybe 0.6 will be fine. Okay, so that completes the bolt. And again, I need to say that this is not a very detailed video for a bolt, nut and bolt. And again, the screw or the threading over here, you could use the same technique which I have shown here for the threading. To do is to apply the material. For doing that, just make sure that these two icons are placed over here, and if it's not, you could find it over here, apply material, and the render option, and click on the apply material. And in this case, I'm not really applying the real materials like the steel, rubber, and etc. I'll just go for painting because it doesn't give much, doesn't take much of the system resources, and my system is not really so good right now. So let me just drag and drop this. So just make sure that you have this particular shading with material being placed or being selected over here. Now just drag and drop the oil blue, and here you could go for just think of a material which is aluminum gray will be fine. Okay, you could just go for a metal blue maybe. Metal blue here, and at the handle you could go for orange because that's wooden, and here you could go for silver gray, and this is a rubber material, right? So you could go for, I think gray blue will be fine for this. And here you could go for, you could go for DS black and a DS black for this, and here you could again go for the same material, that's gray blue. And that completes our applying material part. Now you could close this, and the final thing is about the rendering. So when you're doing the rendering, just click on the render icon and the environment changes. You could keep your custom environment whatever you want by just going to the option right here, and you could set the light settings and etc. by just dragging and dropping it here. So I'll just go for the default settings and everything, and here you could set the detail of the quality of the rendering. Unlike the 3ds Max, this doesn't have much of the rendering options, so this is all basic options here, and this helps you to render a particular window, and just click on the render option and that starts the rendering. So that's the completed render, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope this tutorial is going to help you in your design career. And if you have any doubt on this tutorial series, just go back to the respective tutorial video and just comment below, and I'll be getting in touch with you. In that way it will be easy for me to find out where exactly you have gone wrong, and I will be able to correct it, provided that I'll be finding time to do that. So soon I'm planning to open up a Facebook group so that you people can discuss your doubts, and maybe another expert or another intermediate can solve your doubt of a beginner. So thank you so much, and stay tuned.